Coming up on MHS1.
We have our own special twist on Freaky Friday.
We learn about the new lockdown drill.
And store-bought quail eggs become a little bit more than breakfast.
And that's all coming up on MHS1.
Good morning, McKinney High School. Today is Friday, April 5th. I'm Jason Williams.
And I'm Allie Tauber, and you're watching MHS1.
From the ground up, McKinney Roots strives to grow the community. Allie Tauber shows how one seed can change our town.
For some, lunch can become a second thought. However, within our own community, many question where their next meal may come from.
The food insecure range is big. There's actually about 16% in Collin County are food insecure, and different statistics tell us that 1 in 4 to 1 in 5 children in North Texas are food insecure.
These statistics sparked inspiration, and so, through the fields and countryside of McKinney, comes Farm 1461, McKinney Roots.
McKinney Roots is a food donation garden. Basically what we do is we grow locally, we grow naturally vegetables, fruits, and we raise chickens for eggs, and then we donate that to the food insecure of McKinney. So we partner with other organizations that are already serving that population, and we bring the produce alongside what they're already donating. And now we have 5 acres and a learning garden. We engage the community. We're completely dependent on volunteers. It's so fun. People's faces light up like, we get to have some of this, and it's like, yes, you do.
This sense of community has created more opportunities than just farming.
We're building relationships with restaurants downtown McKinney and other businesses around the farm, and collecting their food waste, and then gathering leaves from residents and combining the leaves with the food waste to make piles of organic matter that will decompose together and then create really fertile soil for our garden.
McKinney Roots has recently started a composting program and hopes to leave a smaller carbon footprint.
And it's important because when you send your food waste to the landfill, it gets locked up in a plastic bag where it can't breathe, and it's going to decompose. Without oxygen, it produces methane gas. So if you instead divert your food waste from the landfill and send it into your backyard or into your community garden, it's going to give back to the earth rather than becoming a poison to the earth.
Giving back to the earth isn't only a physical success, but plants positive relations.
It's also been a great way to connect with other people. There's something about like gathering together, volunteering together for some better, the better good or a common cause that really like brings people together and unites people.
Gardening is really healing for communities. McKinney Roots is taking care of a large problem that McKinney faces, but I think it also provides healing in another way. When you garden next to somebody, you both become equals. So it doesn't matter where you come from. We're no longer like this stratified community, we're all equals in that way. And so I think it's not only healing physically because we get food, but it's also healing socially.
However, changes and improvements don't happen without the support of the public.
And communities thrive when the other people in the community are supporting them, when they're having a hard time, coming around and helping in whatever way they can.
Is that the students rule the school, and McKinney High is lucky to have a very good administration as well. And so whatever initiatives the students wanted to create, if they wanted to change the way that the school disposed of their food waste, I know that the administration would really get behind that. But it requires the power is really in the hands of the students.
This has been Allie Tauber reporting for MHS1.
Sometimes students wish administrators could live a day in their shoes.
Surprisingly enough, last week we had a different principal and a new kid in town.
That's right. Mr. R. Bobby and Senior Bryce Worley switched lives for a day.
Samantha Richards and Cindy Beck bring us the story.
Hello, name's Mr. Worley.
Bryce is here today, so.
I don't think it takes that kind of ignition anymore. I think it's almost time to go. And
You better get out of here.
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
All right.
You gotta be the first one out.
All right, I gotta be the first one out. Oh my gosh, let me get my backpack. All right, see you guys, I gotta go.
Hey guys, hold on for a second. Hang on a second.
But I gotta go.
No, you get to go.
I gotta go.
We're gonna get you out of here.
I'm always fast.
We're gonna get you out of here.
All right.
Excuse me, are you vaping in here? Goodbye, Molly. Have a great day. Do your part.
With a push of a button, many questions sprung. Sarah Humadi and Carson Gorman give us more information on the new lockdown announcement.
2 weeks ago, we had an unannounced lockdown drill with the new alarm. The button to my right activated the noise that repeatedly said, "This building is now in lockdown. Lights, locks, out of sight."
So what we have are announced and unannounced. On the announced lockdown drill, I will get on the intercom or somebody will get on the intercom and say, hey everybody, we're about to go on a announced lockdown drill and you're supposed to follow these guidelines. And last week we had our unannounced, which means that you didn't know it was coming, and there was a new feature this time because we had an alarm that a person's voice got on there and say, hey, make sure you're going into lockdown. It went over and over and over again. And I think some people got pretty apprehensive about it because it really was the first time that we've used that.
I do think that it got everyone's attention. However, I think sometimes because it was unannounced, and not that we needed to know exactly when it was happening, that it did have some after effects and caused some extra stress for students and teachers. The way that the drill sounded, like how it went over and over again, I don't think the staff was aware that we were going to use that new sound, or the students were aware of that. So because of that difference, it felt a little real, even though it was a practice. So I think that caused a little bit of extra anxiety as well. Students today have grown up with fear. When I was growing up, we didn't have that same kind of fear. I mean, we worried about weather. That's mostly what we worried about, but we weren't worried about getting harmed at school. And that's a real fear that I know students have now, that sometimes as a generation that didn't grow up with that, we forget that.
Based on the feedback, like I said, the fact that we were quiet and the doors were locked, which is really what we want, and people were in classrooms, there weren't people walking around. When they hear that alarm over and over and over again, you might start walking to your destination, but if you hear it over and over again, I think it gives an extra sense of purpose to get to a sheltered area.
This has been Carson Gorman and Sarah Humadi reporting for MHS1.
Aviation gives students an opportunity to pursue piloting as a career choice. Annika Newland and I glide into the story.
Here at the McKinney National Airport, students from all over the district meet every morning to discuss and expand their knowledge on everything and anything relating to the airplane.
I'm taking aviation because I think it's going to be a good program to launch me into a career of like air traffic control. Project right now is we're building the plane, and as of right now we have everything done except for the interior and the covering for the engine.
Every day we're just kind of slowly working on it piece by piece, putting it together slowly. You know, I mean, it takes time, it takes effort, and days of work can make this tiny little piece. But I mean, in the end, you slowly start getting more pieces to finally make, it's almost like Lego, you know, you finally make a full set.
Aviation instructor Todd Curtis provides a platform for students to take flight.
We are building an airplane for the students to get an experience in aircraft manufacture. The idea is we build it, and then to just leave it in the hangar would be kind of a crime. So we take it out as often as we can. We take 2 years to build each airplane. Can be done in a year, but for the level of detail and the craftsmanship that we're looking for and the fit and the finish, it takes about 2 years. For pilots, it gives them an understanding of how airplanes are constructed, and the better they know how they're built, the better their understanding of what can and can't be done in the aircraft. And for those that want to be mechanics, obviously working and putting them together gives them a better understanding of how repairs would need to be done. Next step is to, we're doing fiberglass work now, finish it up hopefully around mid-May, do test flights in early June, and take it to Wisconsin in July. You hang out with a group of kids for 4 years and you build an airplane together, yeah, it's going to bring you close. you kind of learn how to deal with individual personalities, and you give a kid a challenge of building an airplane, and you can really start to see what they're made of.
This has been Annika Newland and Jason Williams reporting for MHS1.
I wonder how Mr. Arbabi's doing in third period.
Let's see how he's doing in AP Environmental Science.
It's tricky to rock around, That's right, on time. It's tricky. Tricky, tricky. It's tricky to rock around, That on time. It's tricky. What's up?
Chilling.
How are you, man? Good seeing you.
See this? I don't think we're allowed to rest in the middle of the hall, but I mean.
Have a great day. Remember to do your part.
Good morning.
Remember to do your part.
Okay.
Have a great day. How are you doing today?
Not good.
Great. Have a great day. Remember to do your part.
Like it would in real life. Make sure that I know what it looks like on your key. Not a good way to start your Monday out.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Why am I always in trouble?
Yes, I'm actually, Alan came today. Tardy to class today.
I wasn't, was I tardy? I came in right when...
Just a little, just like a little bit.
Okay, but to not be tardy, you have to be in your seat.
Oh. I did the pledges. I was the loudest one in class, I know that. Do I leave my stuff here or what do I do?
You ever kind of just glad to be a lion?
Good morning, McKinney High School, and it's a marvelous Monday morning. Please stand for the pledges to the American and Texas flags.
The school year is wrapping up, and many students are preparing for their next chapter. Yusel Mateo brings us a story on how AVID students are taking action.
AVID is a class offered here at McKinney High that helps you prepare for college.
AVID stands for Advancement via Individual Determination, and it's for students that want to go to college. We currently have freshmen through juniors. So freshmen typically focus on organization and the transition from middle school to high school, which is a pretty big jump. The sophomores focus a lot on public speaking and presentations. The juniors focus on ACT and SAT test prep.
AVID comes with a lot of challenges that students have to overcome, but the endpoint is all worth it.
So I have 50 seniors this year in AVID, and combined they've received over 180 college acceptance letters. That's to four-year universities. The thing I like about AVID is the kids who really want to go to college and who are willing to do the work it's going to take to get there, they thrive in the class. Students who aren't willing to, they say they want to go to college, but they're not willing to put in the work, like studying and keeping up your grades and taking good notes and studying and prepping for the SAT and the ACT and all the things that we do at the high school level. It is a lot of work. It is like another class sometimes, and so if they're not willing to put the work in now, they're that's an indication of maybe the success they're going to have in college, maybe not. But the kids who are willing to do the work definitely see the benefits of being in AVID.
Students have felt that AVID has impacted them in a way that can benefit them outside of school.
It's a really helpful class. I find it helpful because it helps me with organization, helps me with just having a free class to get my work done and catch up on things I need to catch up on.
AVID has made me, I don't want to say more social, but I'm better at collaborative work. Like, 'cause I used to be the person that I work by myself because it's either my way or it's no way, but it helps me work better in groups. It's made me way more organized.
AVID has shaped me because it points out the responsibilities of the student that I need to follow and what I need to do to be successful as a student here, and I've really enjoyed being part of AVID.
If you're interested in joining AVID, contact Ms. Ward or go to room C219 for more information. This has been Yusel Mateo reporting for MHS1.
Have you registered for your SAT or ACT? Didn't think so. Let me run you through the process of doing so. Go to collegereadiness.collegeboard.org. Find your desired test to register for. Locate a test date good for you, then click Register. Get ready to fill out a lot of information. Click Continue. Fill out your personal information. Click Continue. Fill out more personal info. Click Continue. Determine whether or not you want colleges to see your score. Click Continue. Decide how smart you are. Click Continue. Click this. Click Continue. Determine preferred test location. McKinney-Boyd is usually optimal. Click Continue. Then upload a photo of yourself for your admission ticket. Here are a few things that you need to bring. A bag. Your admission ticket. Suitable photo ID. 2 number 2 pencils. An approved calculator. Preferably a watch. Snacks and water. Did you get all that? You probably didn't. However, you still have time to register for the following dates.
Seeing our principal with a backpack in the hallways is getting kind of confusing.
Let's check and see how Mr. Bobby and Bryce are handling their new identities. Hey, Alan.
How are you? Good seeing you.
Hey, good morning.
What's up, Avid?
Hi, how's it going?
How's Avid doing? I got y'all's text. Thanks for letting me have lunch with you again today. I got your text. Those are some really healthy nachos.
I'll be happy to go get you some lunch if you would like me to.
Of course.
What
And make that a meal with a root beer to drink.
I'm Alan today. How are you?
Okay, so Bryce and I have a handshake.
What's it?
Okay.
Okay.
It's this way, this, and then you clap, and then you snap.
That's easy. Ready?
Bryce always hits me, but I don't think you're going to do that. Oh my gosh, Bryce, wait.
Bryce? Oh,
Wow. Is this a foreign language class? What is this?
Similar to a foreign language class. There's lots of things you have to learn like that. Make sure AP
And here's Alicia Stokes with sports. The Lions soccer team won against Belton 3-2, and they will be advancing to the third round of playoffs today at 7:30 at home. The Lions team tennis team, Brandon Matthew and Nicole Bukunova, won 2nd overall in districts. The girls team tennis team won 3rd overall in districts. They'll be advancing to regionals soon. That's all for sports. Back to you.
A science experiment may have many walking on eggshells. However, Porter Slack has a breakthrough. Brianna Barrows gives us a story.
Porter Slack, an MHS junior, takes on a unique challenge that not many people would do by raising quail.
So what inspired me to hatch these quail eggs is I had just seen a video online, and it just wondered whether or not you could hatch quail eggs from store-bought quail eggs. So I went ahead and bought some quail eggs because I already had an incubator and just wanted to see if I could do it. So to start this process, I just went to the Asian supermarket and bought 50 quail eggs, and from there I just brought them home and put them in the incubator and set it to 99 degrees, and then I just waited 18 days, and every couple days I would spray the eggs with water so that the eggs shells wouldn't get too hard and so that the embryos could hatch. And then after 18 days they started hatching, and so I moved the chicks into a little setup that I'd made from things I bought at the farm supply store, and from there I've just been feeding them and cleaning their cage every now and then. I've also raised a duck and 2 chickens. The process of incubating the eggs was really similar. I mean, like, all you have to do is just put them in there and wait. So I just wanted to see if I could do it. I just wanted to see if it would happen. And it's been a little bit of a headache because I don't know what to do with them, and also I didn't really plan ahead that they were gonna actually hatch. So yeah.
This has been Brianna Barrows reporting for Mainstream News.
Congrats to the theater department for advancing to area due to their one-act play. The team will be competing tomorrow at Waco. Break a leg.
That's all we have for you today. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at Mainstream News.
And add us on Snapchat and Instagram at MHS Mainstream. And remember,
if it's news
and it's at McKinney High School,
it's
MHS1.
MHS1.